Get started trading cryptocurrencies today with Coinbase, and you both get $10 in free crypto. Link down below. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. My name is Matt, and it's a pleasure to have you guys back on the channel today. And we have some awesome news today going on about Leash, which is actually part of the Shiba token ecosystem, of course. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let's get right into the video. So what I have for you guys today is a really cool announcement from the Shib Informer on Twitter, who's always talking about the latest updates with Shiba Inu. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about Leash, which is a token on their website as part of their ecosystem. If you guys are new to all of this, basically what this is a subset of the entire Shiba token mission. So, of course, you have Shib, which is the #1 token. That's what I own. That's, I'm sure, a lot of people watching this video own. It is an experiment in decentralized community building, yada, yada, yada. You'd hold billions or trillions of them. I'm sure a lot of people watching this video probably own billions of them. Now, of course, this is originally named the DOGECOIN Killer, but there actually is another token which is named Doge Killer. This token is called Leash. It was originally set to be, similar to the price of Dogecoin, but its total circulation is only 100,000 tokens, giving it the opposite appeal of Shib, which has a much larger quantity. So, of course, Shiba Inu has a very, very large quantity of tokens, but, if you go take a look here at the total supply, you guys could see, this is how much there is of Shib right now, 394,000 billion, or however you want to word that. But if you go here and take a look at Leash, that is not available, as there is a lot less. And if you read more as to why there is no total supply or whatnot, CoinMarketCap is probably going to say that there's not enough or whatnot, or they aren't able to properly track it or whatnot. But in general, with Leash, according to their website here, there is only 100,000 tokens, which is a very different deal. Bone is not out yet, but Bone is supposed to be something different. So that is what I will be anticipating. So previously, one of the main issues holding Leash back, which Shib Informer here had talked about, is any reason why Leash is not available yet on CoinGecko. There are 6,000 holders, decent market cap, a website, a team, any other requirements. And it didn't look like there was much of a response here. But thankfully, in a recent tweet, it appears that Shib Informer here talked about here and says, it took a while, but at last, Leash is listed on CoinGecko. So if you go to the CoinGecko website, you guys could see here, this is Leash. You guys can see 512 people currently like this on their site. It's got their 24-hour low, 24-hour high, their valuation, and the max supply, which is 107,647. So this is very cool because, again, by having it listed on here, they're definitely giving it a little bit more credibility, of course, giving it, some more reputation being built on CoinGecko, which is a very, very popular listing website where they have, tons of data about different cryptos. And you guys can read it here. Leash is the second token in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. It was originally envisioned to be a rebase token tied to the price of Dogecoin. It was later decided that it would turn off the rebase function, continued as a simple ERC-20 and Ethereum token. Though simple, the fact that Leash's tokenomics are the polar opposite of Shib makes it more intriguing, like they say on their website here. Shib was made to have an enormous supply, 1 quadrillion tokens, whereas the supply of Leash is only 107,647 minted tokens, which is very cool. And I'm sure a lot of people watching this video don't really know much about Leash or are not very interested in it because it's not Shib. But again, it is in the ecosystem, and it is a very interesting part of this entire platform here. And obviously, if Leash is successful, Shib will probably be successful, and vice versa. Now, you guys can see it is ranked number 2,591 on the CoinMarketCap platform, and that is obviously very, very different when compared to Shib, which is ranked 30. So definitely a big difference here. But what I'd love to see about Shib is, of course, it is a little bit up on the day. It looks like it's having a little bit of a recovery here from when crypto was all the way down, which is wonderful. Again, that is fantastic. You guys can see the volume is a little bit down, but again, that's okay because a lot of that volume was sell volume, and that's something we don't really want to mess with. So thankfully, it looks like this has had a little bit more generally buy volume over the past 24 hours, which is fantastic. in regards to market cap, market dominance, there's no real data here, and I don't think they really have a good way of tracking it, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, it is very new, and that's really the number one thing. So there's not all that much out yet. But what's nice, if you look at all these different markets, boom, these are all the different places that have Leash listed, and this is fantastic. Because like I've talked about, the more places that have this stuff listed, the more options there are to buy this. Again, Uniswap is not really that desirable as being a place to have this stuff listed. Again, the fees are awful on Uniswap. People have been complaining about that for a long time. It's not the best platform to go and buy a crypto, because pretty much every obscure crypto is available on Uniswap. So the goal is to have a lot of other places. It looks like Hotbit, Bilaxi, and some other places. Shib Informer here talks about LA tokens and Hotbit being some of the new ones here that have listed it. So that's fantastic. And you guys can see there is a good deal of volume going through on these platforms. You guys can see right here the volume 4 million on Bilaxi alone, so half as much as Uniswap, which is basically their main platform. Of course, you have Hotbit with $121,000 going across, so that's wonderful, man, because a third of all Leash purchases are now being made on Bilaxi here, which is wonderful. So again, you're giving people a lot more options, and that's why there is such great market sentiment for Shib in general, because when you go here and you take a look at all the different places that Shiba Inu is listed, it is bonkers. There are a million different places that have this listed, and if you take a look at the percent of the total volume, there are a lot of these platforms, L Bank, there's another one here, OKEX, where a large percent, you see here, 5% of all volume is done on this one platform alone. And again, there are a lot of people who don't want to make 50 different platforms to trade something. I bet you half the people watching this video probably only use Robinhood or Coinbase, which, kind of sucks if you're Shiba Inu. But thankfully, they've had a lot of breakthroughs recently, Binance being one of the number one ways in which they've had more people purchasing it. If you have $500 to spend and you want to just go blow it on some, sort of long shot cryptos, you might go browse on Binance and say, oh, I'm going to throw it on Shib. Why not? If you were only using, Huobi or Gates or KuCoin or whatnot, that might have not been as much of an option if Shib wasn't listed on there. But thankfully, Shib is listed on a lot of these very, very big platforms, which is fantastic. So always love to see that. And by expanding the way Leash is being listed, by having more places that are now offering Leash, they are vicariously also helping Shib. Because as I said, these things are very reliant on each other. They're part of a big ecosystem. When Shib succeeds, Leash succeeds, and vice versa. Obviously, when you look at their price, they do move pretty closely together, and that is to be expected. And of course, on ShibaSwap, once ShibaSwap finally launches, there will be a lot of ways to earn more bone. You guys see it there, earn more Shib. Of course, you could swap, so you probably could swap your Shiba Inu for Leash or vice versa. All around, man, is just fantastic stuff. So I'm very happy that Shib Informer talked about this, because again, the more ways in which we are able to have Leash and Bone and Shib being listed on different platforms, a lot better off will be for the long term, and there'll be a lot more ways for people to actually end up purchasing this. So again, great job on being listed here on CoinGecko. This is a massive step in the right direction. That being said, guys, if you all are new, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Leave that notification bell on. That way you guys always get a ping whenever a new video goes live. I really appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you guys so much for 17,000 subscribers on the road to 20K. Thanks so much, everybody. My name has been Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.